Morning everyone. Apologies for my absence. I know I haven't uploaded anything in weeks. I was away fulfilling national service duties in the Swiss military. So yeah, didn't have too much time on my hands to go out hiking, content and all that stuff, but yeah, anyways, I have a trip and a half planned for this weekend. Yes, weekend. This is my first overnight trip that I have planned. I've got the Packraft with me and it looks to be very, very fun. So plan is I'm currently in Netztal, and from Netztal I'm heading uphill that way to Klöntalersee, crossing a mountain pass and then heading down to Wägitalersee. So yeah, mixture of hiking, pack rafting and camping. So yeah, should be fun, should be interesting, and I am very excited. So without further ado, let's get to it. You know, I never thought I'd meet another YouTuber out in the wild. I mean, the chances are slim, but you know, what are the odds? Yeah, I'll quickly mention his channel name just so you can have a look, just so if you want to follow him as well. Swiss Hiker on Tour. I'll make sure to put a link down to his channel in the description. Yeah, haven't had a chance to properly review his channel, but it seems like he's got some good stuff, so yeah, check him out, give him a follow, and yeah, hiking's going well. I tell you, being sat behind a desk for a month really sort of knocked out me a bit, but it's going good, it's going good. Happy days all round. But let me tell you, this rock face behind me, really definitely reminds me of the Rheinschlucht, the Ruin Alta, that I did back in January. It's, you know, of course the river's a little bit smaller, but yeah, I mean, you can literally see just how the rock up there is just breaking into the river through sort of soil erosion and everything, and then gets washed downstream. It's really, honestly, I love geology, I love nature. I'm in my happy place, and after, you know I said this before, but you know, after being cooped up behind a desk for 4 weeks during national service, being back out here, oh, I'm so happy, so happy. So yeah, in my happy place, and great training for Norway. So yeah, because I have really, I'm not gonna lie, I have been slacking on that front, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I've effectively got the base loadout for Norway. The only key difference that I have is different rucksack, and more supplies and a bit more clothing. So probably 7 kilos more heavier than what I'm currently carrying. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And I'm almost finished getting all the gear together for that trip, so you can expect in the near future a gear video of my loadout for Norway and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's that. Well, good news is I'm almost to the lake. I reckon another 10-15 minutes at most. Then my plan is to have a bit of a breather, have some food, have some lunch, pasta, and yeah, get the pack raft ready to rock and roll. And yeah, after that, do some paddling on the lake for a few hours, and then probably go to the campsite, check in, get all that stuff out of the way, set up the tent, and chill out, effectively, is the plan. So yeah, and I think for the first time in a very, very, very long time camping, I think I'm gonna have some nice weather for a change. So yeah, fingers crossed. But I think should be opening up. I mean, here's the dam. So yeah, I'd say we're in some nice weather. Well, I've successfully made it to the lake. The other side of this dam here is the lake. Absolutely stunning mountains. That's the valley I've walked up. So yeah, very, very happy. And 400 meters of elevation gain. And tomorrow I think it's another 400 to 800. But hey, well, cross that when I get to it. Now it's time for some lunch and get set for the next stage of the trip. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so I've made it onto the lake. I am currently standing in the actual lake bed due to the amount, or well, due to the low amount of snow melt that we've had this year also. So yeah, pretty crazy weather and views. Fantastic. I am very, very happy right now. Very, very happy. So yeah, just gonna find a nice little patch of real estate and start getting myself rigged, ready to rock and roll and get the pack raft set up and inflated and yeah, start paddling. Well, I've already started to unpack the boat a little bit, so yeah, you know what that means, time for a time lapse. Well, that is the raft all rigged and ready to rock and roll. My destination is on the end of the lake over there. Again, fantastic scenery all around and super, super happy to be out here again. So yeah, got a nice bit of tailwind going for me today, which is great. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm a little bit longer than usual to get set up, but that's because I am utilising a new system. Instead of keeping the bag in the base of the boat like I normally do there, I've actually tied it to the front. So yeah, a bit of a learning curve, and we'll see if the raft handles differently. Yeah. So yeah, on that note, let's get rafting. Righto, so apologies for the weird angle. I do have my GoPro set up in a non-usual way. As I did mention previously, I am trying a new setup, so yeah, on the whole it's a lot more comfortable. I mean, I'm getting more paddle strokes, so yeah, I'm really happy I started here. This is now my new setup, as I've got way more space down by the legs, and yeah, happy days. So what I'm doing is I'm actually doing something that, I'm not going to lie, absolutely terrifies me. I have no idea how deep the water is below me. I mean, the maximum depth of this lake is around about 43 meters. So given the fact that it's just eyeballing it, I'm guessing I'm probably about 30 meters or something below me. So it's not the deepest I've had below me, but it's still, you know, something. So yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as when I was on Schwialppass a couple months back, about weeks ago, because that was really something, because this lake is it's a flooded valley, so you know, it's nice, gentle rolling with no sudden drops, whereas Schwialppass, that's glacial. You know, you've got cliffs above you, and then directly below you also have cliffs. So it's like, you know, you could be maybe 10 meters from the lakeshore and have 80 meters of water below you. And of course, you know, because it's dark, you're in the shadow, you can't really see it. Yeah, safe to say, I may or may not have had a minor panic attack on that trip, just through the stress of doing that. But that's why I'm paddling across this lake to build up the confidence that I need when it comes to deep water paddling, especially with Norway, because I don't know how deep the lakes I'm going to be paddling are, because one of them is I think Europe's largest reservoir, I think, or one of the largest ones. So yeah, it's big, it's deep, and that already constitutes a third of the total paddling of that trip. So yeah. Also, this is again what the alpaca raft caribou or alpaca rafts were originally designed for, was, you know, lake crossings such as this. So yeah, once I get to the other shore, it's a lot steeper there, but the views, as you can see behind me, are stunning. I really could not have asked for a better weather window this week. Seriously, yeah, weather window has been absolutely fantastic. I really lucked out. All of last week, all of this week it's been chucking it down with rain, and it's only the last couple days that it's sort of built up. But yeah, I'm happy I have the oomph to go out and do this, because I really was not, first thing this morning I was not feeling this. I mean, I already slept in a bit, but that. Get to shore, D-rig. So, small little update. I've got eyes on the campsite. So yeah, probably going to spend maybe a couple more hours just on the water. Maybe, really depends how I feel, maybe I'll just go ultra lightweight, ditch my gear, just go ultra lightweight and just do some, you know, lake touring. But really depends how I feel. I mean, I've got bags of time. If I really pushed it, I could probably get to the top of the pass tonight and do some wild camping, but personally I don't really want to do that. I'd rather stay in the campsite, get a good night's sleep, get refreshed, rejuvenated, and continue on tomorrow morning. Just because I know tomorrow is going to be a very long day, and I need to be up at first light, so I need to be awake by 5 AM. So yeah, you know, because I'd rather chill down the valley and enjoy myself than rush up, have the stress of, you know, finding a campsite. Because I originally wasn't going to use my tent. I was going to use a new system, hammock and tarp, and go in the tree line, but yeah, then when I saw the campsite, I decided tent would be best, and I see some prime real estate for some pasta. Well, I am back on terra firma. Found a nice little seat. Boats down there, lovely view. Lunchtime. Now I'm actually going to be using a piece of equipment that I've had for ages but I've never actually really used, and that is my new cook set. In my previous videos you'll have seen me use my LMSR MSR wind burner stove. This time I've gone with a Soto Windmaster and Sea to Summit cook set. So yeah, see how it goes. Got some nice pasta and some easy sauce to cook, so yeah. Enguete. But yeah, just slowly making my way towards the campsite now. I've got eyes on it, so I should, realistically, within the next hour and a bit. Yeah, that's mountain rescue. Yeah, that is rigger, that is mountain rescue. Fingers crossed for whoever's on that. Yeah. So, just casually paddling along here. Anyways, as I was saying, realistically I should be at the campsite within the next hour or so, but I'm going to delay it slightly and yeah, probably aim to get there for about 4 o'clock, 5, and then pitch tent, chill out, and yeah, just get all the tent and camping admin done, and then yeah, if the weather's good and I've still got good lighting, I'm probably going to go out and film some content sort of gear review, that kind of stuff. I've got a couple of ideas in the works that I'm probably going to try and do at some point on this trip, so yeah, should be fun, should be interesting, should be good times. Salut! We've had a couple of kids sort of get up there and wave, so of course I had to wave back. Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up. You can tell by how much the boat is bouncing around. Stop hurling. Just so you can actually see. Oh, okay, well that's convenient. The boat's sort of going in the direction of the wind. But yeah, the wind is coming from. Let's have a quick look, see here. I'm heading north now, so it's an easterly wind. Yeah, it's an easterly wind, which is basically pummeling my little boat. So that is why my right leg is absolutely soaked. Yeah, not soaked, but a little bit more damp than my left leg, and that's because all the splashes being from the paddle being blown directly onto me. So whoa, yeah, I am keeping an eye on the waves. So I am taking a little bit of an angle on this, just so I'm not, yeah, just so I'm not getting, you know, absolutely swamped, because I'm seeing a couple of white caps here and there. Nothing too major though. I mean, the waves are probably eyeballing it, maybe like 10-30 centimeters. So anything more, and I wouldn't be out doing this. Looks like I'm the only boat left on the water. I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. We shall see. Okay, so over there's a waterfall, and then here, right on the shore, is something really cool. These are all the old tree stumps from when they flooded the valley to make the reservoir. So, yeah. It's, normally, I mean, you can see like where the what's it called, the bathtub line. Very similar to what's going on Lake Mead, and I forgot the name of the other lake in the US. That's yeah, Lake Mead is the only one that I know. I know there's another lake in that area that's got water problems, but yeah, very similar to that. So yeah, also that noise you can hear behind me is shooting, so I think what it is it's people going off to do their mandatory annual shooting practice. So yeah, which reminds me, I need to get that sorted at some point, probably before Norway. But yeah, that can wait. Okay, so yeah, from what I can tell, I'm doing a little bit of, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, using my spyglass. The campsite is actually quite busy, so I mean, it makes sense. We are approaching the end of May, start of June, approaching the high season, so. And yeah, to be honest, I have seen a ton of traffic coming up and down this valley, so yeah, that is definitely one thing. And yeah, the sound of gunfire is getting louder as I am approaching it. I know it seems counterintuitive, but yeah. Also, I am a good few hours ahead of schedule. So yeah, the good news is I can go off once I've established base camp and gotten everything that needs to be done. So pitch the tent, get everything inside the tent. Yeah. Plan is then effectively to go off and create a little bit of content. I know I'm in the middle of content creation at the minute, but more sort of like product reviews, everything that was said I was going to do in my announcement video back in January. So yeah, that is that. And once I've got everything packed up, squared away, video is generated. It's probably going to be around about dinner time, and yeah, that'll be that. And there should be loads and loads of Ooh, that felt weird. It felt really weird, like waves going underneath the boat and I was having splashing at the front. That was weird. That felt interesting. Actually, want to paddle this way because directly ahead of me is the mouth of a river, which would probably seem why the boat is handling a bit funny because I've got the current and the wave going in opposite directions. So yeah, that is that. Well, I know it's been a while, a lot has happened. I've got the tent pitched, managed to get my campsite, and that is the view of the lake. So yeah, fingers crossed that's what I'm going to be waking up to in the morning. So time is now sort of 6:15. Probably going to chill out for the next couple of hours, seeing as it's starting to rain a little bit. Hay fever's kicked up as well, which is a pain in the backside, but yeah, I'm taking tablets for it, so yeah, fingers crossed. So yeah, time to just chill out and relax the next sort of 12 hours or so. So yeah, that's that. Well, I'm not cooking it this time, it's boiling a bag meal. So what we got? We have some LYO, we've got the penne alla bolognese. So yeah, looks delicious, looks good. Got some protein in there, so yeah, happy days. So dinner's been had, and I'm just going for a nice little stroll along the lake bed, just to yeah, gather ideas, think, and also digest a little bit. So yeah, before I hit the hay, and yeah, and yeah, one thought that has occurred to me is, well, I know I've mentioned it in my previous video, Wägitalersee, is I always have an egress point. Well, depending on what time I finish hiking up that pass over there in the distance, 800 meters of elevation gain, plus filming, plus pack rafting. I mean, it really depends what time I get to the lake. All I know is this, is that 8 PM, 17:59 is my absolute cut-off point to get public transport from, what is the name of the location? I don't remember the name of the location off the top of my head, just because my phone's toast. It still works, it's just out of gas. So yeah, yeah, 19:59 is the absolute last chance I have to catch that bus. So yeah, it might be, I mean, yeah, I've got 12 hours, because I'm only allowed to check out of this campsite at 8 AM. So yeah, that is the earliest I can check out, so I've got 12 hours. We'll see. 4 hours for that, an hour to, not even, yeah, an hour to rig the raft and pack, and yeah, it's toast. Both ends, that's already 5 hours, 6 hours on the water, and that's not including time to get down. Yeah, I mean, that's just one idea of an egress point. I mean, worst case scenario is I hoof it all the way down to the train station. So yeah, that is my absolute worst case scenario. So yeah, that's my game plan, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's just my evening thoughts as I randomly walk around this beautiful location. Yeah, my friends at work weren't wrong. This is absolutely stunning. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Nothing else needs to be said. So whilst I'm at it, this is my last video for today. Yeah, my plan is to just chill out for the next few hours. Yeah, my plan is to chill out for the next few hours and get some shut-eye and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very calorie-intensive day. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So on that note, I will see you in the morning, so good night.